No matter what you're doing in Dutch Harbor, if you're not taking a boat, you have to start your trip at the Anchorage International Airport. And if you're flying into Dutch in January, you'll likely spend more than just a few hours waiting for a flight to get out. Weather conditions in Dutch Harbor can change in an instant. And for passengers and pilots, it's a waiting game that can take days.
So far, I have talked to a few people today. They've been here for 3 days. I've been here for 2 days, so we'll see.
2 or 3 days waiting for a flight is not at all uncommon. And when it's really bad in Dutch, the wait can be even longer. 5 or 6 days, and even more sometimes.
We do have another delay. We will have an update for you at approximately 2:30. We'd like to check the 2:30 weather.
We're actually stuck here at the moment because there's bad weather in Dutch Harbor, so we're going to be hanging out here, waiting for our charter plane to come get us.
Last year for mackerel season, we came up and we ended up staying in the airport for 3 or 4 days. We flew all the way to Cold Bay, and from Cold Bay we flew to Dutch. We couldn't land in Dutch, so they flew us back to Anchorage, and day in, day out, 3 or 4 days flying all the way to Dutch and then back to Anchorage.
The Dutch Harbor route's pretty challenging. It's some of the most beautiful terrain that I've ever seen in my life. When you can see it, of course sometimes you can't see it. The wind's always a challenge. Just the wind moves over the mountains just like water, so the turbulence is just as if you were going through class 4, class 5 rapids sometimes. If the winds are too strong, we don't attempt the landing.
And if a plane can't land in Dutch, it turns around and waits out the weather in Cold Bay.
Folks, those of you traveling to Dutch Harbor today, we have a weather issue. Dutch Harbor weather is reasonable to get in there. Cold Bay, which is our alternate, is not, where you just landed. In the event of missed approach in Dutch Harbor, which does happen occasionally, we need to return to a safe airport. That will be King Salmon, which is quite a bit of ways. So we're going to look for 3 volunteers because we need to carry extra fuel in order to do that.
Well, I left Kenai Thursday morning, and we got weathered in overnight and started out today, and now we're here in Cold Bay. And I guess they're having issues with how many people they could take on the flight for the next deal there for Dutch Harbor. And so I volunteered to give up my seat to let them get their job done. So I'll be out on the next one at 1:30, I guess. Yeah, I want to get to Dutch Harbor because I need to go to work. I need to go make some money. You know, nothing's free.